But she was supposed to be torn down until she became a radio mast, then a TV antenna. And now, millions of people climb to the top and pay for the privilege. Wouldn't you like to find new ways to capitalize on what you already have?
My shop, extended hours. My bank,
Try later.
early doors. My cappuccino, thrown in. My branch number, thrown out. My favourite shop, new store. My bank, trendy wine bar.
There is another way. Phones answer 24/7. A direct line to your local branch. And more branches now opening. No wonder every 12 seconds someone opens a bank account with NatWest. Isn't it time you switched?
It's the filled to the brim ginsteriness that brings out the honesty in anyone. Ginsters, real honest food.
Hello.
Daddy's home.
What have you been up to? Hey. Have you been learning to spell? Paleontology.
Whatever your plans, you can be confident AXA and your financial advisor can help bring them to life. Be life confident.
I never seem to really hit it off with women.
Well, you're not going to, looking like that. Image consultants, my friend really needs your help. Let me do the talking. Hi.
Nice shirt. I like it.
Right, well, oh dear. Green is so not your colour.
Yellow Pages. Whatever you want, just yell.
Do you have the code? The Armani Code. Fragrance for Men by Giorgio Armani.
Plenty to look forward to on Sky Sports this weekend. A massive day of football on Sunday. It's the big one. It's Manchester United against Liverpool from 12:30 p.m. on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. We continue at 3:30. It's Reading against Arsenal live from the Medeski Stadium, again on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. And if that wasn't enough, in the evening from La Liga, the big one, Real Madrid against Barcelona from 7:30 p.m. on Sky Sports 1. Well, Matt Jones has been watching the first half with me here at Richmond Park. And Matt, England will go into half-time presumably wondering how they're not ahead in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think they'd be the more positive going in. They have expressed a lot of their talents already this evening, and from a number of players, they look very strong and a lot more physically stronger than Wales. Across the back four, Wales have had a lot to do. They've had to do a lot of defending, but I think they've done it very neatly, and they can go in as well with some sort of confidence.
And just looking at the match facts, you can see the kind of dominance that England have enjoyed. Has the final ball into the box from England not been good enough so far, as you're concerned?
No, not necessarily. I think, Townsend with his left foot, from many free kicks we've seen on this side, he's lofted the ball, and we've seen a lot of the England players attacking, and I think that's been the difference. Tony Gale said in commentary he was disappointed with the goalkeeper not collecting the first goal, and we'll see that in a couple of moments. But at the same time, as the game progressed, it was as if in hindsight he heard what Tony was saying, and he came and he dominated his 18-yard box. But prior to that, I think Wales were treading on some eggshells, and it was a shame that England couldn't take advantage of that.
Well, England eventually did take an advantage, got the lead. First of all, Matt, was this a foul for you on Delfonso?
I think so, yeah. He shows his strength, his speed more than anything. He knocks the ball past Sam Hart, and it was just kind of late from Sam Hart. It shows you, it leads to the goal. Fantastic.
Now, we saw Jonathan North make a great save initially there, but when the ball comes in, should he have come for it a little bit more? We've been too critical.
No, I do think so. I think he should have met the ball and he should have dominated. He showed later on in the half that he can do it, and he possesses the skill to do it. But the delivery into the box was wonderful. The way that Delfonso attacked the ball as well was very complimentary.
No
and
doubt.
After that, he followed in as well.
No doubt James Owen's family will have been watching this evening, and his friends as well. We're going to have to give it to him as an own goal.
I'm afraid so, yeah. I mean, from the footage, it obviously comes off the back of his leg, but the way England got the goal was, I think, terrific.
And Martin Evans would have been looking for an immediate response from his team, and it doesn't come much better than this, does it?
Yeah, it couldn't have come at a better time. You know, I was actually had my head down in the paper making the notes, so I actually missed the goal, but it was wonderful, positive play from Wales, throw in from Sam Hart, and the way Tom Robinson gets to the byline, a great cross into the box, and the deftest of touch by Lee Smith, a wonderful goal. The way he got into the position as well, you know, you're always coached to attack that near post, get in front of the defender. He's done everything right, and the finish was just perfect.
Yeah, he gambled on the near post, didn't he? But just how difficult a finish is that?
Like I said, you need the deftest of touch. You've got to be aware of the defender around you. He's done his job to beat the defender to the ball, but then he's got to know where the goalkeeper is. And like you say, the slightest of touch, taking it to the back post, a wonderful equaliser for Wales.
And what are Wales going to have to do in the second half to get some kind of result out of this evening's game?
I think, to be honest with you, Simon, the main threat for England has been Bostock on this left-hand side. The near side, they're taking the throw-ins. Bostock's just dropping his left shoulder, allowing him to make some space and create space. He's had about 4 or 5 opportunities on goals. He's going to strike one at the back of the net. We've seen many opportunities for him. One that the goalkeeper saved with a lot of power and venom.
Well, you mentioned about Bostock, a Crystal Palace player, their academy player of the year, and this was a tremendous effort, wasn't it?
Very highly rated as well, but that's a typical example. It's come from a corner, but many a time it's come from the throw-in on this right-hand side. But a typical example of him just dropping his shoulder onto his left side. Unfortunately, there it falls for Tom Cruise. Well, Thomas Cruise.
It's Thomas Cruise on our script. No doubt his friends call him Tom Cruise, and it was a cruise missile from him, wasn't it?
Well, he's hoping that they'd be cruising from victory if he'd have scored that goal. But, you know, again, fantastic technique. He gets his head over the ball. He knew it was only going in one direction, but unfortunately for him, it clips the underneath of the crossbar, and Wales cleared.
Well, Wales have been hanging on at moments in the first half, but if England thought they were coming here for a straightforward win tonight, they might just have to think again. All the second half coverage coming up live here on Sky Sports next.
This week at the circus, expect more drama, more danger, and more star-spangled spectacle. Cirque du Celebrity continues Sunday at 7 Sky 1 and Monday at 8 Sky 3.
Disculpe, ¿ese es su carro? Sí, ¿es ok? ¿Qué se siente manejar ese carro?
Así. Get a lot more than you'd expect from Ford.
Thinking about protecting your family? We'd like to see if we can help. Have a chat with your financial advisor or come in and see us at any branch of Lloyds TSB. Preparation is everything.
There is a place where the ordinary is always extraordinary. And where once upon a time happens once upon a day. Come live your dream at Disney Parks, the place where dreams come true. Visit disneyparks.co.uk.
Looks good.
Intel Core 2 Duo processor. Intel's latest processor technology lets you run several demanding applications at the same time. The Packard Bell iMedia 1569 is state-of-the-art. Incredible for $599. In fact, it won't be in stock for long. It's pretty much future-proof. Future-proof? Yeah, it'll last longer than, say... Correct.
Internet prices to take home today. PC World. The best of both worlds.
Do you commute?
Yeah, but outside rush hour.
Ah, that will help your insurance quote. And you've had your licence since?
1971. Only one claim.
One more than my son over there.
Call RAC Direct Insurance now for a quote, and one driver an hour will get free car insurance. For a tailored quote, call 0800 850 580.
The future of your skin is in your hands. React!
Wrinkle Decrease from L'Oreal Men Expert. Anti-expression wrinkle cream for long-lasting hydration. Wrinkles appear reduced. Expert technology for every man's skin.
He keeps getting better with age.
Men Expert from L'Oreal Paris.
You're worth it too.
They say the best things in life are free.
Sure.
I think they mean bird song, rainbows, and stuff.
Thanks.
But sometimes it's the free things in life that are best.
It's nice to get something for nothing, so BT are offering free UK evening and weekend calls for a year. Call 0800 200 700.
Jeff, I've got it. We'll beat your insurance deal. I'll give you £50.
If it's cheaper, we'll drop our price and give you £50. Kiss. No kiss.
We're so confident we'll beat your home insurance renewal that if it's cheaper, we'll drop our price by up to £100.
Hello?
And give you £50 when you switch. Insurance from Barclays. Now there's a thought.
The competition's getting harder. The banter's getting stronger.
Come on, Chunky!
And the stunts, they're just plain stupid. Mission Implausible, Tuesday at 8, Sky One and Sky One HD.
Tomorrow on Sky Sports, it's Wigan against Manchester City. That's live from 12:30 on Prem Plus and Prem Plus HD, which you can find on channel 480. From 5 again on Prem Plus and Prem Plus HD, it's Aston Villa against Fulham on channel 480 and HD 483. Saturday from La Liga, Deportivo versus Atletico Madrid, 9 p.m. on Sky Sports Extra. So it's 1 goal apiece then between Wales and England. Just a final couple of thoughts from you, Matt Jones, looking ahead to the second half. Will England need to take their chances to get something out of this? Because they have had their chances in the first half.
Definitely so. Like I say, the delivery, the way they've attacked the ball has all been pretty productive, the way they've gone about their games. I just think that Wales are biting at their heels. They want to be first to every ball, and it's now become a competitive game. And, you know, I'm certainly the second half will be the same.
OK, it's time then to rejoin our commentators. It's Tony Gale and first, Tony Jones.
Thank you, Simon. It's quite a roll call of full internationals who've played in the Victory Shield over the years. Amongst the most recent England notables, Michael Owen, of course, who scored 12 goals in 1994, and Wayne Rooney in the year 2000. And now England are set to make a double substitution here at the start of the second half. All 5 named substitutes can be used, but no more than 3 in the second half. Jacob Mellis of Sheffield United is coming on. Mellis on in place of John Bostock, who was so impressive in the opening 40 minutes as opposed to the opening 45 minutes because it's an under-16 game. And then Nicky Ajose is on for Harry Forrester. Ajose of Manchester United, he's already played for their academy under-18 team. Ollie Norwood of Manchester United is already out there. It was a really bright first half. England with plenty of possession. They scored the first goal, perhaps rather fortuitously, off the back of James Owen's heel. And then Wales responding almost immediately, 63 seconds later, when Lee Smith got the equaliser. Martin Evans, who's supervised the development of this Welsh squad, this Welsh under-16 squad, for 7 seasons now. Has been attached to the Llanelli Academy. That's involved with the Swansea schools and West Glamorgan and South Wales schools.
Forrester and Bostock off for England, both impressed in that first half, Tony, particularly Johnny Bostock, who got on the ball, looked very, very good. And Forrester as well, I thought he joined up with the striker, got in some very good positions and looked comfortable on the ball himself. But, you know, when you're brought off at this level, it's not because of how you played, it's because Kenny Swain needs to have a look at Well, all of these youngsters.
Chance to look at Jose. There he is, Nicky Jose. Jose, a striker with Manchester United. It might mean a change of emphasis here by England in the second half. Rodwell looks very composed at the back, the England skipper. Everybody in the England team looking comfortable on the ball. Cruz, who thumped that shot against the underside of the bar during the first half. England with plenty of possession. Some really good goal-scoring chances. Gordon breaking forward. Delfonso. And by Townsend. It's Owen to bring the ball clear, although Wales have surrendered possession. Norwood.
Just a little bit hurried from the edge of the area there. Ollie Norwood just got himself into a good position. Ball was fizzed into him. England had a good little passing movement there down the left-hand side. Then the ball's fizzed into him eventually. Jacob Mellis, and just a little bit snatchy at it. You see his first touch just under his body again. Just needs to clear his feet a little bit more when he's addressing those shots, but not afraid to have a try.
England at the moment with Mellis in the centre of midfield. One of the two substitutes that they brought on at half-time. Jose's the other one. And it's Jose on the ball. Herdman's challenge. Here's Owen. Now Hughes.
I think he took the wrong option there. Tony Hughes just addressed the shot, and nice little sighter for Wes Aldringham. That's the first shot he's had to save, really.
And they're under pressure again now, England. And once more, it's Hughes who's breaking through.
Just a reminder of not to take too many liberties. Lose possession again, and Hughes and Smith up front work so hard at nicking the ball off England, and I think that's the best way they're going to make their inroads, the Welsh. Just trying to nick the ball off England if they take a few liberties.
Jose. Mellis in the middle. It's Mellis's header. Hung in the air for a long time then, Jacob Mellis.
He never really got any snap in his header, did he? Jose got down that right-hand side. It's a decent cross, you can see. Long ball down the channel. With Jose, the supporting midfield player just behind the striker. Gets his cross in, and it's an early leap, but no real snap in that header.
Norwood. Jose. In the end, it's Hart who's able to clear. Jose keen to impress. England keen to impress after a really positive first half performance. Delfonso. Another thumping hit from Norwood.
Delfonso does very well here. He pins his defender back, and he's just looking to get that half a yard to get the shot himself. Pins his defender back. Doesn't sort of lose his patience, and then he sets up a shot for Ollie Norwood again, and again he's wide. He struck it well. Again, it was just in between his feet.
Ollie Norwood, who made his England debut in a friendly against Belgium. It was a game that England won 2-1. He's been involved with Manchester United since the age of 7. He was spotted by the coach Steve Dome when he was playing for Full Edge Colts. Arsenal with 3 in this England squad, and Manchester United with 3 in the squad.
The line's too big.
Cruz.
That's it. Don't get drawn. Now you're on him. Now on him.
Rodwell now to bring the ball forward. again towards Jose. Oh, that's a brilliant save. North at full stretch. England playing with real zip again in this second half. Norwood thought about having another go. Here's Townsend. The substitutions have really pepped England up in the second half. England dominating the second half in much the same way that they dominated the first half. Step over there by Malice. Owen's challenge. What can England conjure up here? Norwood is having a look. It is Norwood.
Well, this is the type of movement that England were looking for. Jose got in advance of Delfonso this time. And he's the one who sets it back for Delfonso, who comes on, gets his shot away, and it's a decent save by Jonathan North, tapping it around the side, because that's a good strike with the outside of his foot. Good adjustment of the feet by Delfonso, but there is Jose, who's a midfield player behind Delfonso. He's the one who gets beyond and eventually sets it up. That's good movement from England.
Delfonso, who thought he'd given England the lead, is header saved by Jonathan North on the goal line, and then, although Delfonso thought that he bundled the ball over the line, it was an own goal off the back of James Owen's ankle. Wales responding immediately with that equaliser from Lee Smith. England had a friendly against Belgium back in February, but only Ollie Norwood from this year's Victory Shield squad featured in that competition. Finished fifth in the Montague tournament in April as well, and only 3 of the players on duty here featured in that one. Must be so difficult for Kenny Swain to know what his best squad will be.
He's a bit sport for choice, isn't he?
Davey. To use it just straight offside then. Well, how will Wales cope in this second half? What's going through the mind of Martin Evans, their manager? He's with Fraser Dainton.
Martin, you happy with the way things have gone so far?
Yeah, I thought the first half we conceded a very scrappy goal and then scored a good goal ourselves. So I was very pleased with the way the boys recovered after the first goal.
What sort of things did he say at half-time?
Well, we said, as I say, to try to keep the ball a little bit more when we have it. Obviously, we don't want to give the ball away cheaply against England, because obviously they've got some good players. But we'll see how things go now this half.
And as time goes on, do you think you can nick it?
Well, when it's 1-1, the longer the game goes on, obviously, there's a chance for both sides to get that winning goal, and hopefully it'll be us tonight.
Thanks, Martin.
Cheers.
Kenny Swain has the luxury of a big squad or a big pool of players to choose from, but Martin Evans has a degree of continuity. A squad who've played together since under 15 level. Delfonso trying to work the ball through towards Mellis. Here's Parrott.
Well, worth a try, coming inside on his right foot. There wasn't a lot on maybe in the middle, so he came in, Dean Parrott, and got his shot away. You can see there's only one thing on his mind, really. Look, he wants to get inside. They're blocking him off down the outside. Comes in on his favoured foot, gets his shot away. It doesn't really look like hitting the target.
England have won or shared the Shield every year since 2000, when Northern Ireland had their one and only success. England go to Ballymena on the 9th of November. They finish their programme of fixtures against Scotland. It's a home game against Scotland this year as well. In by Townsend. North has released the ball to Nathan Hughes, who continues to go on. Good covering there by Cruz.
Go in the box, Keenan. Box it off it. Thomas, come!
Herdman. Gap open for him then, but it soon closed.
We had a ball on the outside there. They had a 2-on-1 situation. They should have used it.
Herdman again. Wales with 3 in the penalty area. And Herdman's got the cross in. Helped away by Rodwell. Parrott. Jose. Pass was intended for Townsend. Here's Hughes. Now Smith. Hughes and Smith had played together for Cardiff City. Smith once more. Davies alongside him. Touched on by Matthews. Wales have managed to keep the ball in play. Determined work there by Davey. Back come England now with Parrott. Townsend is unmarked if Norwood can find him. England finding a bit more width now. Jose has made his way into the penalty area, joined by Delfonso. Here's Parrott. Now Townsend wanted to bring it on his left foot. And Norwood. Oh, off the underside of the bar. And Delfonso is following up. But Delfonso is offside.
Well, he's found his shooting boots at last, Ollie Norwood, and unfortunately for him, he hits the bar. You can see that the ball breaks to him kindly here as it comes out. Has a shot, like a curling side foot. He's beaten the keeper, Jonathan North, but he's beaten by the crossbar himself. Good attempt. And a little bit unlucky, wasn't it? He had about 4 or 5 shots, but that's the closest he's come. Slight touch as well, wasn't it, by the keeper? Just got his fingertips onto the ball and onto that crossbar.
He's one of those that could have so easily thumped back off the underside of the bar and caught the goalkeeper on the back of the head, but Wales have survived again. Smith with the header on, he was being held there as well. Well, look at that, England with 20 goal-scoring attempts compared to 4 by Wales. And 6 of those England attempts on target. Wales with a chance now. There's Rodwell's clearance. Edwards and Howard had made their way forward then, and Kai Edwards, who was unable to test Wes Fodringham.
It's nice to see how England would defend against set pieces. It was a good defending header by Jack Rodwell, going backwards. So they're going to get tested going that way. Interesting change by Kenny Swain, though. He's just swapped his wide men over. He's got Parrott on this left-hand side. On the right-hand side, he switched Townsend to over there. So a left footer on the right and a right footer on the left.
Delfonso. Wales rather unfortunate then, but Delfonso rewarded for his persistence. It will be a corner kick, this. Again, it's uncomfortable for North, the Welsh goalkeeper. England packing the 6-yard area. Hughes is the outlet. Smith has made a run for him. Davey is also racing forward. Good work by Chris Solly.
Yeah, it was good work by Solly because he came right over on the cover, ushered Smith away from goal and got a toe in to get it away for a throw-in. Good covering.
So Wales here set to make their first change. Lee Smith's score of their equalising goal is going off. He's about to be replaced by Declan John, who's with Swansea City. He was on standby last year. He was a 12-year-old. He once scored against Juventus in a youth competition. Matthews with the throw. Herdman, who drilled the shot wide then. Played last season, Matthew Herdman. He had an hour against England. He was a substitute against both Northern Ireland and the Scots. 16 in January, and that's the qualification for this tournament. All the players born on or after the 1st of January 1991.
Substitution for Wales.
Parrott. Could come to Townsend.
Good little movement from England again down the left-hand side, but they couldn't get in on the crest, eventually on the right. You can see as the ball switches play here, just comes out and England do well. Nice little ball with the outside of the foot from Parrott, cross in, but they're not quite able to run that ball in on the far post. But Declan John's come on, he's immediately sat just in front of his back four, allowing his other two midfield central players, Herdman and Owen, just to match up against England. And so they're going 4-5-1 now, Wales, and really trying to shore up that midfield where England have got the extra man.
So third substitution now by England. Andros Townsend is going off and he'll be replaced by Cameron Stewart. Stewart, who goes to Charlton High and who's attached to Manchester United, just like Jose. And Ollie Nord, who's hammered that shot against the underside of the Welsh crossbar during the second half.
Interesting, because Kenny's not only making changes with personnel, but he's changing also the shape that they play as well. And you can see young Parrott's gone into the middle of midfield now. He's been on the right, he's been on the left. That's great for his education. Just going a little bit into the middle now, and Jose's gone right up front, you can see. Right up front with Delfonso. So England changing their shape, the personnel, and just seeing what these players can really do.
They're learning how to cope with the occasion, they're learning to cope with the international scene, and they're learning how to adapt. Matthews. Edwards has given Owen something to chase. Cruz with time to look over his shoulder. Owen never afraid to put himself about. He's currently with Chester. He's one of three in the Welsh squad who are pupils at Ysgol Sir Hugh Owen, who also emerged from the junior team at Carnarvon. On by Stewart. Solly well forward. Just under 20 minutes remaining then. Stewart again, just on as a substitute here for England. Norwood. Driven into a Jose. Well, on Sunday on Sky Sports 1 and Sky Sports HD1, it's Manchester United versus Liverpool at 12:30. And following that at 3:30, Reading versus Arsenal. Parrott.
Double up there, double up.
Gordon well forward. Jose. He's got to the byline, but the cross is a disappointing one.
Well, interesting the changes that Kenny's made. He wants some flexibility and allowing his players to express themselves. Parrott going into the middle now. He looks like an extremely good player to me. And he'll just be sitting there in the middle of the park. He's hit a couple of great balls. And the picture there is Nicky Jose, who's come on. He's done well. And I think the England boys have done particularly well today, as have the Welsh team, who've defended well, resolutely, and looked to nick a goal on the break.
Delfonso.
Good hands by the keeper again, Tony. Jonathan North. It came through bodies there from Delfonso, got his shot in, and you can see the ball does move about in the air, but he's down, gets his technique right, gets his hands and his body behind the ball. Good save.
Cruz. Here's Solly. And by Mellis. Now Parrott. Parrott looking very strong. Solly always prepared to get forward. Here's Stewart. It's come out to Parrott. Decision has gone against Dean Parrott there.
And there's young Dean Parrott in midfield. I think he was a little bit frustrated in the first half. Didn't get enough of the ball wide, but since he's moved into the middle, you can see that he has got that ability to go up an extra gear. Just that little change of pace to get away from players, and you need to get players like him on the ball as much as you can.
So Wales making a further change. Tom Roberts is going off, and he will be replaced by Craig Mason.
Yeah, Tom Roberts, who hit a great cross in for the goal. Hasn't had a lot of the ball out wide, but done a good job on that left-hand side. Quick, good left foot. Great cross for the goal, wasn't it? When Smith just got in front of his marker with a great little touch to get the equaliser quickly after England had opened the scoring.
Mason, another of the Cardiff City contingent in this Welsh squad. It's put out by Howard, who's with Swansea City, can play in the centre of midfield as well as the centre of defence. He's done a good job alongside Kai Edwards. Wales repeatedly push back. They've given their goalkeeper a fair degree of protection. Howard's clearance. Parrott. Now Solly. England learning that at times they have to be patient. Parrott again, that's a terrific through ball as well, and Edwards just did enough then to knock Delfonso off balance.
Would have been a good goal if he'd have got his shot in and got a goal out of it, Delfonso. They were patient, they were passing it across the park, trying to move the Welsh team about, and they were with some really patient passing just to try and pass it into that pocket into the strikers. Moved it about, and then Parrott had the chance to get it into Delfonso and was just a yard too hard with the pass, but that was good football.
Matthews just waiting for Howard and Edwards to make their way forward. And that was rather wasteful. Straight to Fodringham. Howard composed. Hughes, closely watched by Perrett. Here's Matthews.
Back behind the ball again, the Welsh side. They know that they've got to defend and defend well, and if they are going to get anything, they're going to get it on the break against England, or if they take liberties in and around that back area trying to pass it through midfield. But they're very well organised. Martin Evans got them well organised, and they're really frustrating England at the moment with some good defending. They got that 4 across the back. They've got the 1 sitting just in front in Declan, and then another 4 midfield players as well. So it's very hard for England to break them down in and around this area, Tony.
Cruz. It's a lovely back heel from Ajose. Mellis goes down. Appeals for a penalty are waved away. Hefty clearance that by North, trying to release Hughes. Back come England again. Gordon.
He's worked hard all night. Nathan Hughes up front, the little 9 for Wales. Scuttling little runner, really working hard, doing extremely well to defend from the front as well from these situations. He's running out of a little bit of energy now. He's worked his socks off tonight.
Striker very much in the Ian Rush mould, getting across that back line, but now there's a problem for Wales. It's Edwards' slip which has presented the chance to Delfonso. Edwards didn't make the header, and Delfonso has dragged his shot wide.
Well, he took it down well, Delfonso, and got it out of his body, but he just didn't strike it sweetly enough, did he? Dragged it a little bit wide. I think, to be fair to Jonathan North, he had that one covered as well. Wasn't the best of strikes.
So Ollie Norwood goes off. Jack Wilshere is on in his place. Parrott. On by Mellis. It's a lovely layoff by Delfonso. And there's a chance here for England. Effort from Ajose is drilled into the side netting.
He does well originally, but then I think when he does shoot Ajose, he's got to go across the keeper. Nice little touch around the corner, but you can see it breaks. Went a little bit fortunately, but there across the keeper. Got to go across the keeper, never going to score from there. And kind of slices it into the side netting.
Ball had gone out of play. Will be a throw to Wales here. Jose has certainly given the Welsh defence plenty to think about since coming on as a half-time substitute. Jack Wilshere, who's just come on as a midfielder, who will be eligible for England in 2007 as well. Solid. There's Cruz. And by Parrott. Now Wilshere. Parrott has found Gordon. England finding some width now. Parrott. Parrott with another opportunity to find a way through this Welsh defence.
Well, it's not an easy task, Tony, is it, with that 5 in midfield now? Really penned in into their last third, Wales, and this is a rare break by them.
It's Owen. Now Hughes. Speculative.
Sorry, Tony. There you can see when you don't get a lot of the ball, you end up trying something spectacular that never really looked like coming off.
It's been angled out to Stewart. Solly is there to give him some help. Here's Parrott. Delfonso. It's a lovely turn, and it's another great save again by North. Super stop by Jonathan North.
Well played all round. Good ball by Parrott, great turn by Delfonso, and a very good save.
Gordon turns inside. Here's Cruz. Delfonso is still hurt inside the Welsh penalty area. Now the referee has brought a halt to play.
Well, here's that lovely little movement. A good save in the end by Jonathan North, but they're probing, they're passing sideways, they're looking for the opening to get it into the striker's feet. Pins his defender well, turns, gets his shot in, and it's a really good save again. Look, pins his defender well, gets that half turn, gets his shot in, a nice powerful shot, and great stiff wrists again. Doesn't pat it down, gets it up and away from the danger zone. That's the penalty shout earlier on against Mellis, and for me, the referee got that right. No pen.
Could be that Delfonso is suffering from cramp. And that's understandable. 80 minutes this game, don't forget, but terrific effort from both teams.
Showed good signs of pace in the first half, Delfonso, and in the second half he hasn't really been able to get behind that Welsh defence, but he's shown a good ability to pin his defender back and receive the ball to his feet. But that's good all-round game. You can't just have one, looking to get in over the top all the time. Sometimes you've got to receive the ball into your feet, and he's done well tonight, the youngster. 2 Welsh centre-backs as well, Edwards and Howard, have done particularly well to live with him and trying to restrict his chances, but that time he got his shot away, and again they were saved by Jonathan North, who's had a good game.
North, who twice in the second half has denied Nathan Delfonso. He's had his luck as well. First half we saw a shot from Cruz thud against the underside of the bar, and Norwood as well has planted a shot against the woodwork. Delfonso now back on. England now with the front 5. And Kenny Swain was saying beforehand it was 4-6. Looks as though he's a man of his word, because England are really going to go for this in the last 5 minutes.
Well, they're pushing on, Tony, but that means that those defenders have got to come out with the ball from the back. They've only got one really up front to play against. And Nathan Hughes, he's the lone striker up there, so they've really got to come out of the back and try and get the ball into their midfield and into their strikers. Again, it's not going to be easy to get their shots away against such a packed midfield and back 4.
Parrott. Now Mellis. Again, they were looking to release Delfonso. Hughes is tenacious. Parrott again looking for the ambitious pass, and Matthews ease the ball out of play. Wales will bring on Aaron Wildig. Alan Widdig now on for Wales. England continuing to push forward. Solly. Now Mellis.
Number 16, Aaron Wilding. Comes on for number 6, Stephen Davey.
A rare bit of confusion in the Welsh defence there. Just defender onto midfield player and away for a corner.